What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to Marcus with the $10 donation via the Cash App. He says, quote, appreciate you making stellar videos, long time sub. All right, thank you, Marcus, for showing love to this channel, brother. I hope that you enjoy the content that I put on here, man. I try to make sure I do at least, at least I give you my best, you know what I'm saying? I give you the best that I can do. I may not always agree with the content, but I try to make sure that I have some type of thorough knowledge of the subjects that I talk about. And I try to do as top notch a job as possible as far as my videos are concerned. So I really truly appreciate you showing love to Too Raw for TV. And to anyone who wants to show love to Too Raw for TV, you can do so in the links in the description box below via the PayPal or the Cash App in the comment section. All right, so I want to talk about LeBron James for a second, and of course, at this stage of his career, as he winds down his Hall of Fame career, a lot of people are focusing on the scoring mark. All right, he is over 36,000 points now in his career. He has eyes set, his eyes set on Kareem, but of course he has to tackle Karl Malone first. But this is the thing, though. As great as his record will be, I don't think it's his most unbreakable record. No, I don't think it's going to be his most unbreakable record. To be honest with you, I think whatever his final playoff scoring number is, I think that's going to be a more unbreakable record. To be honest with you, than the regular season one. I'm not saying that his mark will be broken, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. You know, the way that these guys are playing longer now, these guys coming to the NBA younger, they're more NBA ready for this particular game. The game isn't as physical, so there's not as much wear and tear on these guys that can play longer. At the end of the day, yeah, I do think that LeBron's mark, whatever it ends up being, could be surpassed. Not likely, maybe, but it can't happen. But there's one particular record I don't think that anyone's going to break. It's just the likelihood of it is just it's just unlikely, and that is his consecutive game streak of at least 10 points in a game. I don't see that being broken. Now, right now, it's at 1,067 consecutive games. 1,067 consecutive games. You know who's number two on that list? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan went 866 consecutive games, scoring at least 10 points, going from 1986 to 1993. Then, of course, he retired in 93, then going from 95 to 98, and then a couple of games into his stint with the Wizards. It was when, in late December 2001, when he only scored 6 points in a game against the Pacers, that streak was ended. And at that time, he had broken the mark, which was which was previously held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But LeBron now is some 201 games ahead of Jordan, and I seriously doubt that he's only going to score 9 points tonight. He's had some close calls. Now, of course, this only includes the regular season. He's had some games in the playoffs where he scored less than 10 points. But at the end of the day, the fact that he's done it for this long, the last time he had a game in the regular season where he scored less than 10 points was going back to 2007. 2007, when Bush was in the White House, right? That's how long it's been since LeBron James has scored less than 10 points in a game. He's had some close calls, of course. Um, when he suffered that terrible high ankle sprain, he was aware of how many points he had in that game, and he made sure that he hit that three before he walked off the court. He's aware of his numbers. Uh, but I do think this is his most unbreakable mark, not the scoring record. I think it's the consecutive games at 10 points because has anyone really come close to that that's playing right now? All these great scores. The guy who's playing right now, who's the closest to him, was James Harden. And Harden, I think, had a streak of 490 consecutive games, and that was broken. I don't know what KD's longest streak is, but he's nowhere near it. So I really don't think that anyone's going to break that mark. But you can disagree. I mean, we'll have to agree on this one, but I think that that's going to be his most unbreakable record. Uh, but tell me what you guys think.